Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Projection is a hell of a thing. When you give people enough time, their accusations come out over and over. The things that they accuse you of doing, more often than not, end up being the things that they do themselves. And nothing could be so true as with our guest of the hour, guest of the 30 minutes, whatever, guest of the time. Alyssa Mercante at it again. More recently, she's been on a bit of a clout chasing campaign. She went after Melanie Mack, who ended up not giving her the time of day, didn't even have the courage to call out Melanie directly, didn't even want to send her a DM that are always open, but called her out on Twitter looking to dig up information on a particularly religious, what was her words? A religious content creator who's been dropping F slurs over and over again. Didn't even have the stones to call Melanie out yourself. Well, Melanie figured out that you weren't coming at this in any sort of good faith, so told you to get stepping. Next step, she went after Asmongold, who responded in kind by saying, you could have just DM'd me. The idea that anyone could do a hit piece on Asmongold and change the opinion of people who like him or the people who don't like him, I'm sorry you haven't been paying attention. Asmongold runs his mouth. He gives his opinion. People like it. People don't. Not much you're going to do is going to change that. But not willing to stop there, continuing on what I see as a clout chasing campaign, going after good old Mark Kern, Grums, as everyone most knows him on social media. Former World of Warcraft developer. But in this instance, Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercante calls for mass reporting of Mark Kern over an April Fool's joke. You get so upset over a post on April 1st that you call for mass reporting, mass harassment, something that's against Twitter's terms of service. You know, that little thing that you're accusing everyone else of doing seems to be what you decided to do them yourself. All Mark did was make a funny little tweet about pleasure to announce my wedding to Kotaku senior editor and former cam girl, Alyssa Mercante. Everyone is invited. What'd she decide to do? Report this, please. Thank you. My goodness, you have nothing better to do. Save the date, puts no date. Oh, what a shame. Well, far be it from her to stop there, getting upset about a little joke. We get even more and more going on a campaign and getting a little team together. More articles from that Park Place. It's strange that they're still around. Didn't they have a cease and desist order? Wonder how that's going. DEI Consultancy, NNE Saga, I guess. And Kotaku senior editor, Alyssa Mercante, former cam girl, call for former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern to be blacklisted from the video game industry. Okay, you tell me, folks. Let me know in the comment section. Does this come across as some sort of cancellation campaign, a harassment campaign, when every time you turn around, all these DEI consultants, these devs, and the lovely former cam girl, Alyssa Mercante, calling to try and ruin Grums's life, ruin his career, get him blacklisted, get him reported on social media? Methinks thou dost project too much. So, another toxic community manager, Dirty Effin' Hippie, is from Grums, formerly of Destiny 2. I did a recent video on a Destiny 2 individual. Seems there's a lot of toxicity coming out of Destiny 2. Why on earth would they do that? Current community manager for the new Fallout Prime. Fallout on Prime. Oh, anybody else looking forward to that show? I'm going to watch it, see what it's like. Cross your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. It might be good. Might be. Seems to have a very big problem with, whoa, what is all this about? Let's see if we can, what do we got here? Oh, that's too, let's see, prepare for the future, come for the apocalypse. See, fundamentally, oh boy, here we go again. Fundamentally, let's see if we can zoom in here, shall we? Yes, no, not so much. Let's try to read this. Fundamentally, POC can't be racist against white people. They can have bias, but racism is systematic. No, it's not. And in the U.S., system benefits the white. Well, you form your own opinion on that, ladies and gentlemen. So how about this? How about instead of using the term racist or racism, because one side seems to want to redefine it to be systematic and all this other stuff. How about we just use the term bigotry and discrimination, which is still a very bad thing? Because yes, all these individuals are being bigoted and discriminatory hiring practices against those who do not share the same melanin content as themselves. Now, in case you didn't know, again, I'll repeat it. Especially when it comes to hiring practices, it's against the law. It's a bad thing. But the idea that you cannot be racist against white people? Okay. Live in your own little clown world as much as you want to, because in the West, well, across the world, things are very different. Most of those cultures point and laugh at the United States and the West and what we are doing over here to just kind of cripple and destroy this country. That's a little too political for this one. Let's see. Mouthy little white boy. Oh my goodness. What on earth are you saying? Let's get back to the article. My goodness. Specifically, Rupert made the claim that non-white people cannot be racist while attempting to defend the Star Wars host Christina Ariel's anti-white posts, which, right there, ladies and gentlemen. And the responses she received. What about, let's see, don't be fucking, incredibly talented. She's at Star Wars. Nobody's talking about her talent. Nobody's criticizing her talent. They're criticizing the lovely little things that she said over here. White men, and white knight complexes sat around a table and thought, what's a way to profit off the real trauma that is a very real problem in this industry, especially in content creation? Okay, that's interesting. Is there any part of content creation? What content creation is she referring to? Whether it's video game content, YouTube content, any sort of social media content. Where's the problem? Who is stopping you from creating things? I am interested in that. I think it's a legitimate question. Who is stopping? Nobody stopped me from putting my dumb ass on a video, hitting record, talking about things. Nobody stopped me. Oh, wait, because I'm white. That's true. I forgot about that. Nobody's going to try and stop me, right? What about Eric July? What about Atreus? What about Gothics? What about all these different POC, kind of hate that term, content creators who nobody stopped them. They just got on, hit record, made their own channel, started talking about the things that they felt passionate about. Nobody stopped them, at least until they have a different opinion than the NPCs out there. Let's get back to the article. Don't be fucking disgusting. Let's see. Don't be ridiculous. On and on and on. You cannot be racist to white people. You cannot be racist to white people. Naive view. She does not deserve the attacks against her. Yes, she does. When you run your mouth, say stupid shit, win stupid prizes, much like Alyssa Mercante, much like all these different game devs, directors, IGN executives. You come out, you say something stupid. On record. You put it out there, whether it's in a video, in a tweet, or anything like that. And individuals such as myself and many other channels out there, we catch wind of it. We make videos on it. We point and we laugh, and we bring it out into the sunlight, the world's greatest disinfectant. And that's where you have a problem with it. Leanna, Alyssa, all these other individuals, Paul Tassi, you fucking twat. That's where you get your panties in a twist, including Paul, where we show off your words, we criticize your words, and then, oh my gosh, all of a sudden, it's a harassment campaign, it's a hate campaign to try and ruin it, and then you turn around, while there's no one calling for you to lose your job, although at Kotaku that's an inevitability. You go on a campaign to try and destroy someone's livelihood, to try to get their Steam account destroyed and lose all the games that they put hard-earned money into, or try to, in this case, blacklist a game developer from the industry. We're getting to the point where we don't need your, quote-unquote, your industry anymore. The independent gaming industry is beginning to thrive, including other independent entertainment industries. It's becoming easier and easier every day, just about every day, for the, quote-unquote, amateur to go out and make their own game, write their own stories, get their own comic book published, make their own little 10-minute skit, 10-minute movie, and get it out there on social media, on YouTube platforms and other video platforms, and become popular and earn a living in that way. The mainstream outlets to get things published are starting to fade away more and more. And I'm all for it because it makes individuals like Leanna and individuals like Alyssa Mercante, it makes them insignificant. Importance of diversity in games. There's nothing wrong with diversity in games. We just want organic diversity. Make it make sense. Not included in Kern's original post, Rupert provided instructions for right. Oh my god. Oh. We're digging up all kinds of stuff. This goes way back when. Make sure not to wear distinctive clothing that makes you look bad. I'm unfortunately not sure. Oh, wait. Let's see. One more thing. If you are a white participating in protests, good. But do not use your safety-rooted... My goodness, why are we talking about this? Let's get to Alyssa, because that's who I want to point and make fun of. Kotaku senior editor and former camgirl Alyssa Mercante reacted to Kern's original post, writing, quote, "This absolute toenail." Okay. Calling names. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can think of a lot of different names for you, lovely Alyssa, former camgirl. Trying to sick any of his followers on women, POCs, queer folks. But, well, that's not what he's doing. It's what you're doing, Alyssa. It's what you've openly done on Twitter against their terms of service, trying to get his account blocked, among other things. But bringing up other people's names, bringing up the things that they've said, and bringing it out into light. Is that sicking people on you? I mean, of course, always you're going to have individuals, truly disgusting individuals in any large group of people who are just absolute trolls who go out of their way to make other people's lives miserable. It doesn't matter what side of the fence, the political fence, the gaming fence, or whatever ideological fence out there. They're on all sides, and they make everyone else look bad. And when that happens, you have to, I guess, call them out yourself. Show them off. Show people who they are. And, guess, gatekeep them out of your community so they don't make everyone look bad. Bad apple spoils the bunch. It happens across the board. Back to the quote. "Every single person in a position of power should be speaking out against this with their entire chest that you don't have. Ban this man from events. Support your employees, period." The problem with that, didn't they try that? There was a few conventions. Some people come out and try to ban. We'll use Gina Carano as an example of this one. There have been a few conventions out there, I believe one most recently in Canada, where there was an active petition to try and get Gina Carano banned from the convention. And what ended up happening is the people who ran the convention gave her an extra day because they like to make money. They knew people wanted to go there and see Gina Carano. But all you heard throughout this whole debacle was that, oh, it's not going to be a safe space. It's going to be dangerous, despite the fact that regardless of whether or not Gina Carano's there, these people that you claim make the space unsafe are going to be there regardless. The idea that it's just Gina Carano, just because you don't like her, you don't want her there. Well, too bad. She brings in money, whether you like it or not. And the situation will speak for itself in this case as well. Ban him from events. It's not going to happen because he brings people in. He's popular. People want to hear him talk. They want to meet him. As long as it brings in money, which, you know, maybe we can get back to that, start doing things that bring in money, he'll still be invited. NNE Saga reacted to Mercante's post, writing, "He needs to be blacklisted because this has gone way too far." Well, guess what? You started it. Groups like you, groups like yours, people like Alyssa Mercante started it. When Cabrutus wanted to put a list, information out into the world about games where a certain consulting company was involved in, to try and stay away from those games, or at least hold on to your money so someone else had an opinion. And you attacked him, you went after him, you tried to destroy his game collection, and everyone else responded in kind by doing some digging, looking up your names, looking up what you're involved in, and adding your name to the list. More, and the list is growing. The list of developers to stay away from, the list of consulting companies who may have a particular bias when it comes to story writing and video games. And there's nothing wrong with that. But all you're going to do is block people on social media, attack them, go on your own little harassment campaigns, and then accuse us, who are just talking about what you're doing, showing the videos, showing the tweets, the things that you in fact say in full, unedited, and you accuse us of going on the harassment campaign. Notes on their website that the company was founded by Stephanie Ijoma in 2015 because she saw, quote, a dire need for change in the games and entertainment space. Okay, our fundamental values ensure that we prioritize diversity, inclusion, and equity. Oh, you got it right. DIE. Representation. And equity in the pillars we dominate, whilst continuing to create safe spaces. I hate that word. Safe spaces. And shifting the narrative. NNE Saga is an influential force that has created impact beyond gaming and more across many verticals. I guess that's just another DIE or consulting organization to find out what games they're involved in and go away from them. What do you make of this call to blacklist Mark Kern? It's a harassment campaign and should not be tolerated. Pure and simple. Like I said at the start of this little thing called projection. You sit there and you go out and accuse other content creators of doing the thing that you are in fact doing to try and, I guess, take the spotlight off your head, when that's the exact point where it deserves to be. But let me know what you think in the comments. Harassment campaign against all of us, but yeah, it's another day, a day that ends in Y. All these names, all these accusations, they don't mean anything anymore. And we will continue, channels like mine, idiots like me, will continue to shine the light. Make a list, check it twice. Don't harass these people. Just show off what they're saying, show off what they're doing. Take video clips, take sound bites, but make sure, don't take it out of context, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you show everything from top to bottom, beginning to end, of what they're saying. It's not a difficult thing because they just love to run their mouth, but hey. Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Do all those nifty little things us YouTubers beg you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one.